And Mr. Judge, do you plan to have him come in and speak as well?
Well, I have no say. I'm the lead Democrat, but the Republicans control. So this is all up to the Republican side.
Okay.
And I think it's really too bad that no one called her or called her lawyer. My understanding is she got emails. And this is a woman, and I really believe, who's been profoundly impacted by this. Now, I can't say everything's truthful. I don't know.
Right.
But I do know that you had to contact her lawyers. And our side isn't putting this together. The Republican side is putting it together.
And if nothing ever comes of it and she doesn't respond to the call, do you think that just the accusation alone will, and the uncertainty around whether the accuracy of the, or the validity of the accusation?
Well, I'm a prophet. I can't tell you what impact it'll be.
But you think it might affect some members?
Pardon me?
Do you think it might inflect
and I know she did not want to go public. That's why I didn't make the letter public, because I couldn't be assured of what would happen. And unfortunately, that was taken out of my control.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time, Senator Feinstein. You have a fantastic rest of your day.
Senator Dianne Feinstein, the ranking Democratic member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, has come under heavy fire from both sides over her handling of the allegation against Brett Kavanaugh, which she submitted to the FBI less than a week before the confirmation vote and 2 months after having received the allegation. But she says the real blame for outing the accuser, who initially said she wanted to remain anonymous, falls at the feet of the media. Feinstein also implied in her tweet on Wednesday that President Donald Trump does not respect women. President Trump, Dr. Blasey Ford did not want her story of sexual assault to be public, Feinstein said in a tweet Wednesday. She requested confidentiality and I honored that. It wasn't until the media outed her that she decided to come forward. You may not respect women and the wishes of victims, but I do. In fact, just days after the senator announced the existence of the letter on September 13th, a letter she had been in possession of 4 weeks before Kavanaugh's exhaustive confirmation hearings for his Supreme Court nomination, Christine Blasey Ford approached the Washington Post. Concerning her first public interview, the Washington Post reported. Earlier this summer, Christine Blasey Ford wrote a confidential letter to a senior Democratic lawmaker alleging that Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh sexually assaulted her more than 3 decades ago, when they were high school students in suburban Maryland. Since Wednesday, she has watched as that bare-bones version of her story became public without her name or her consent, drawing a blanket denial from Kavanaugh, and roiling a nomination that just days ago seemed all but certain to succeed. Now, Ford has decided that, if her story is going to be told, she wants to be the one to tell it. The response to Feinstein's statement online has been overwhelmingly negative. Among those who pushed back on Feinstein's attempt to blame the press was Republican Senator Tom Cotton. Senator Feinstein says the media outed Judge Kavanaugh's accuser, Cotton wrote Wednesday. But only Democrats and their aides had access to the letter. So what she really means is Democrats leaked the letter. Either Senator Feinstein approved the leak or she can't control her own committee. Neither good. Kavanaugh's confirmation has been put on hold as Senator Chuck Grassley, chairman of the Judiciary Committee, tries to arrange an interview with Ford, allowing her to choose from a number of venues. So far, Ford's attorney, left-wing activist Deborah Katz, has said Ford wants a full FBI investigation of the allegation, even though the agency has said it would not do so. The FBI does not make any judgment about the credibility or significance of any allegation, the FBI said in a statement. The purpose of a background investigation is to determine whether the nominee could pose a risk to the national security of the United States. The allegation does not involve any potential federal crime. The FBI's role in such matters is to provide information for the use of the decision makers. along with the attempt to shift the blame. Others pointed out the convenient timing of Feinstein's decision to turn the letter from Blasey Ford over to the FBI, and Feinstein's cryptic public statement on its contents, which only heightened media scrutiny. Ultimately, Blasey Ford, who took the steps to undergo a polygraph test months ago and personally contacted the Washington Post over the summer, agreed to reveal her name. Kavanaugh has categorically denied Blasey Ford's allegation, and is planning to testify under oath in front of the committee. After vacillating, Blasey Ford's attorney now says she may be willing to testify under certain conditions, but not on the day specified by the committee. Two of the men she named as potential witnesses to the alleged sexual assault have also denied the allegation, both sending letters to the committee, a form of testifying to federal officials.